when I asked you, you and I share so many similarities, and I do believe you've always been a mentor since I met you for me in
See, I
stepping in.
didn't know. I didn't know that. I
Oh,
just thought you're my mentor.
absolutely. Well, you're a few years ahead of me, and you had stepped into you had already started talking a little bit about Miss Little's gift, right? Like you were already owning that you had neurodiversity. You weren't wearing it like a shirt like I am right now, but
There you go.
you know, but you were still there, and um I knew I needed to be there because I knew not being there was exhausting for me. Like I was becoming absolutely exhausted trying to pretend that wasn't who I was, that wasn't what was happening, and without the language, I've been so talking about the language of life. Without communicating that and talking about it, I was having to work so hard to find every other way around it instead of just being
Mhm.
like, I'm dyslexic. Like this morning's a perfect example. I was sitting in a board meeting before we met, and somebody's name was spelled wrong in the agenda. And they reached over and they were just like, hey, my name's spelled wrong, here. And they're like, oh my gosh, that, like, and there was a chuckle. And I'm like, I waited till it died down a little bit, and I'm like, typos are just fine.
Mhm.
And everybody had to like sit for a second, and then somebody had to throw in a, yeah, but spell check should catch them. And I said, it was her last name. I said, ask the dyslexic in the room. Spell check's not catching half of that. I
Mhm.
said, it just happens, and it's
Mhm.
okay. And I'm the room agreed. Like they recognized that in making, they'd had kind of this judgmental conversation about this typo, and I wanted to, I didn't used to stand up in that way, and I didn't used
Mhm.
to say, think about how you just equated her value to this typo.
Mhm.
Who cares? I'm
Mhm.
like, it's a typo. It's not, its value in who she is minimal. Like,
Mhm.
let's not shame, blame, and guilt somebody for that. It's a typo. But I would not, if I had not stepped into this space, I would not be doing that. And in not doing that, we aren't having enough conversations to help the next generation
Mhm.
know that it's like they're just different thinkers. There's a path and a place down the road for them. So
When you